A very good morning, children. I'm Deepa, your physical science teacher from Dr. Besant School. Okay, children, I hope you all are understanding the videos, what are all you are watching, isn't it? All the chapters you are understanding, and once listening the class, you should open your books and go through the topics. And any doubts, you can ask us. Okay, children? So, now shall we start our today's session? But before that, I want you all to be ready with your books. I hope you are ready with your textbook, notebook, pen, pencil, everything, children, right? Good. So what we are discussing in the previous session, we have discussed about the types of plastics and why do we prefer plastic more. And also we started discussing about the effect of plastic on environment, isn't it? That we have discussed. Now open your textbook, page number 58. You can see the box given here as we discussed here in the figure. Cow has died because of indigestion of eating the plastic. After postmortem in the cow's stomach, they found nearly 20 kgs of plastic. Because of that, the cow was dead. Isn't it like that? Animals are dying and also plastics are clogging the drains. Okay, so basing on all this, Supreme Court has given a judgment about the plastic. What is that? That is what given here in the box. See in your textbooks all. Plastic bags are more danger than atom bomb for future generations. Who told these words, children? Who told this? Supreme Court of India. Plastic bags are more danger than atom bomb for future generations. See what Supreme Court of India told. Plastic bags are more dangerous than an atom bomb. Okay, why it told like that? See the reason. Excessive use of plastic bags and their unregulated disposal has been choking lakes, ponds and urban sewerage systems. The Supreme Court said while warning that it posed a threat more serious than the atom bomb for the next generation. You understood this? More use of plastic bags and their unregulated disposal means throwing them, not a order, how to throw it, how to dispose it. Nothing is being thought, thinking by the people. Just they're throwing like that, wherever it is, throwing that plastic bags. So it is causing a what is the harm because of that? It is choking lakes, ponds, urban sewerage systems. And also Supreme Court said while warning that it posed a threat more serious than the atom bomb for the next generation. Andhra Pradesh based NGOs drawing the court's attention to 30 to 60 kg of plastic bags recovered from the stomachs of cows because of irresponsible disposal of plastic bags and different municipal waste collection system. Understood this? Not 20 kgs. 30 to 60 kgs of waste plastic bags is found in the stomach of the cows because of irregular disposal, throwing it as a like anything, and different municipal waste collection system. But the bench wanted to address the larger questions arising from indiscriminate usage of plastic bags, which not only posed a grave threat to nature and environment, but also the human race itself. See, this disposal of plastic bags is not only causing threat to the environment, but also to human race, human beings also. All of us are watching how our lakes, ponds, and urban sewerage systems are getting choked by plastic bags. Choked means I told or not? Not allowing to flow of water. Unless we examine a total ban on plastic bags or put in place a system for manufacturers mandating them to collect back all plastic bags, the next generation will be threatened with something more serious than the atom bomb. So either we should stop the usage of these plastic bags, or who are manufacturing these plastic bags, they should collect the plastic bags back. Until then, otherwise what will happen? For our next generation, this plastic usage will become more dangerous than an atom bomb. Justices Singhvi and Mukhopadhyaya said. Large quantities of water packed in plastic pouches, which were thrown around in undisciplined and uncivil manner across the country every day. Mainly plastic pouches, water packets, they are throwing around everywhere, wherever it is, without any particular order. A rough estimate shows more than 100 billion water pouches are thrown all over the cities and towns in a day, the bench said. See, in one day, these water pouches or oil pouches or milk packets, all these are being thrown around over the India per day. Nearly 100 million pouches are found. 100 million, which is causing more harm for the environment as well as for human race. Understood, children? This is the harm of usage of plastic. I hope I'm clear. Right. Now coming to our next topic, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. What is meant by biodegradable and non-biodegradable? First of all, what is meant by biodegradable? Which will get decomposed in the earth is called biodegradable. What is meant by decomposed? Breaking down into smaller pieces. That is what decomposition. Which will not decomposes in the earth, in the soil. That is non-biodegradable materials. See in your book. Let's take peels of fruits and vegetables, leftover foodstuff, waste paper, cotton cloth and plastic bag. Keep this material in a pit. Open the pit after some days and list the material which remain a long time and those that disappear quickly. So this table, can you guess? Peels of fruits and vegetables. Will they disappear quickly? If they are kept in a pit, definitely they will disappear because they are biodegradable. They will get decomposed in the soil and convert into minerals. Leftover food stuff, that also will be biodegradable. They will get decomposed. Waste paper, it will get decomposed because they are natural. They are obtained from plants. Cotton cloth, it is also degradable, biodegradable. They will also get decomposed because it is also obtained from nature, from the trees. Whereas plastic bag, it will not get decomposed. After a long time, you open the pit and see, it will remain like that. It will not decompose into the soil. You observe that certain materials can break down into smaller fragments, means pieces. Some of the materials will get broken into small pieces in the presence of water, sunlight and oxygen. When they react with water, sunlight and oxygen, some of the materials will get broken into small pieces, fragments. These fragments get further broken down by bacteria. After some days, see, when this peels of fruits and vegetables you take, when you keep in the pit, because of the presence of water, sunlight and oxygen, they will break down into small pieces automatically. And that small fragments will further broke down by the bacteria. This is called decomposition. This process is called breaking down into smaller fragments is called decomposition. And the material which is easily decomposed by natural process is called biodegradable. You understood what is biodegradable? Material which is easily decomposed by natural process is called biodegradable, and which cannot be which is not decomposed by natural process is called non-biodegradable. You understood, children? So let us write first what is meant by decomposition. Certain materials can break down into smaller fragments. What is meant by fragments? I told pieces, small pieces in the presence of water, sunlight and oxygen. Water, sunlight and oxygen. And these fragments get further broke down. Get further broken down by bacteria. And this process is called decomposition. I hope you all understood, children. Which will get broken down naturally is called decomposition. Now, what is meant by biodegradable? Material which is easily decomposed by natural process. A material which is easily decomposed by natural process is called biodegradable. Is called biodegradable. Then which is called non-biodegradable? Which is not decomposed by natural process. A material which is not decomposed. Material which is not decomposed by natural process is called non-biodegradable. In which plastics comes under non-biodegradable. This fruit peels, vegetable peels, they all comes under biodegradable. Understood, children? Certain materials can break down into smaller fragments in the presence of water, sunlight and oxygen. And these fragments get further broken down by bacteria. This process is called decomposition. And a material which is easily decomposed by natural process is called biodegradable. And a material which is not decomposed by natural process is called non-biodegradable. Note down please definitions. These are okay, children. So see in your textbook. The time taken for decomposition depends upon whether a material is biodegradable or not. Explore various sources of material to know the time required for them to decompose. Plastics take several years to decompose as compared to other materials like peels of fruits, vegetables and waste foodstuff which decompose within a short period. Slow decomposition causes environmental pollution. The burning process of synthetic material is also very slow and can't be burnt completely. The process of burning releases a lot of poisonous fumes into air causing air pollution. I told you or not? So it is better to avoid or minimize the use of plastics. You understood? So Plastics, if they are left like that, they will not get biodegradable, so it causes environmental pollution. And if we burn it, it releases poisonous, harmful gases because it is made of chemicals, and it causes air pollution. So what is the best way to avoid this? We should decrease the usage of plastic. Unless and until it is compulsory, we should not use plastic. Understood, children? Right. Now, coming to our last topic of this chapter, 4R principle. This is the last topic of our chapter. What is it? 4R principle. What is this 4R principle? What are these 4Rs? Let us see now. One is reduce. What is this 4Rs? Reduce, reuse, recycle, and reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. And recover. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. This is the 4R principle. 4Rs. See here. Reduce, R. Reuse, R. Recycle, R. Recover, R. If we use this 4R principle, we can get rid of this pollution, plastic pollution, or consequences that affecting the plastic. We can get rid of that consequences if this 4R principle is used. What is that? Let us see. What is reduce? Can you tell? Reduce means decreasing. What you should decrease? Usage of plastic. Reduce means decrease. What you should decrease? We should decrease the usage of plastic. This is what reduce. If there is any alternative for that material, for that plastic material, if any alternative is available, better to choose that alternative instead of using this plastic material. That is what reduce. Understood? Next, reuse. What is reuse? Reuse. Using again and again. What is reuse? Using again and again. So I will tell you best examples for this too. Here reduce, decrease the usage of plastic means what? Suppose if you see for functions, one marriage function is completed. If one marriage function is completed, if you observe the surrounding of that area completely filled with plastic materials. What are they? Plates, meals plates, glasses, disposal glasses, this ice cream cups, spoons, all that. If for one function how much plastic is used, like that all the functions together how much plastic will be used, isn't it? So there are alternatives for this plastic or not. In place of plastic plates, we can use paper plates. In place of this ice cream cups plastic, we can use paper cups. We can use paper glasses, isn't it? Which are biodegradable. That is what reduce. Reuse. Suppose your mother asked you to go to the market and bring some onions or some materials. You know that you are going to market. If you go with the bag from the house, you can carry them from that with that bag. Isn't it? Then the person need not give a new cover again, plastic cover. So whenever you go, if you carry the same bag or same cover, there what you are doing, you are reusing again and again the same cover so that the usage of that plastic will automatically decrease or not. That is what? Reuse. Understood? Recycle. You know recycle means what? That's why plastic on the plastic materials there will be triangle symbol I told. That is recycle. Means if the material got spoiled, what they will do, some of the companies will collect this plastic. You can see outside they will be collecting the broken plastic pieces. What they will do? They will sell to that small scale industry. What the industries will do? They will melt that plastic, that materials, they will melt thermoplastics, they will collect and they will melt, and after melting it converts into liquid. With that liquid again they will prepare the new articles. That is what recycle. Instead of throwing them, okay, causing environmental pollution, or burning them causing air pollution, the broken waste will be recycled again, and then the wastage will be decreased surrounding or not. That is what recycle. But here one point you should remember, children, in this recycle, as I told, there are 7 codes we have seen, isn't it? You remembered 1 2 3 4: PET, HDPE, PVC, LDPE, PP, PS. Different codes are there. In this recycling process, the same code items only should be at one place and they should be melted. Your understanding, suppose PET is taken for recycling. So in that recycling lot, all should be that PET type plastic items only. In the entire lot, if one item is with different code, then if after melted, the complete lot will get spoiled. It cannot be used for preparing another new items. So the same code items only should be melted and again remolded into another items. Understood? So here recycle means remolding. Remolding into new shapes. The spoiled item remolding into new shapes, which is possible only with thermoplastics. All codes 1 to 7, all codes cannot be recycled. Only some of the codes can be recycled. Understood, children? That is what recycle. Then what is recover? These waste items, waste plastic items should be kept separately, and many of the people are trying to convert these waste items into any of the energy resource. Converting into energy resource. Trying to convert the waste plastic items into energy resource like electrical energy or any other energy. Converting these waste plastic items into any energy resource, that is called recover. Am I clear, children? These are the 4 R principle: reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. I hope I am clear, children. This is our 4R principle. That is what given in your textbook. Once see, 4R principle. First, reduce. What do you observe when you attend a marriage or function? What plates they use to serve food? By what type of glasses for the drinking water is supplied? What containers do they use to serve sweets and ice cream? What are the spoons made up of? Everything is made of plastic. Imagine how much plastic garbage will be accumulated in this single function. Excuse me, children. Okay. Is there a way to stop this use and throw culture? Discuss and write the ways and means where we can reduce the usage of plastic to avoid its negative consequences on environment. Okay, children. So, to avoid its negative consequences on environment, we should reduce the usage of plastic. Landfilling of plastics and burning of plastics in incinerators is the other way of disposal of plastics. They too have negative consequences. Therefore, we should reduce its usage whenever it is possible. Next, reuse. Have you observed that when we go to market to buy something, we go without any bag, with the result that we come back with a lot of plastic bags. Every time we go to market, we accumulate lot of plastic bags. Yes or no? So some of these can be used again and again. Are we doing so? Articles made of plastics may be used again and again for its optimum utilization. This should be everybody's concern for an eco-friendly environment. If anything you feel now out of fashion and you want to buy a new one, give it to others instead of putting it idle at home or throwing it outside. Suppose I am having one chair. Now I purchased a new model chair. I don't want to use this chair anymore. Then I should give that to the others who is having the use of that chair instead of throwing it outside. Can you give certain instances where we reuse plastics? Next, recycle. You might have noticed your mother selling old plastic articles which are broken and not useful to the local vendor. What will they do with that? They collect all plastics from the households and sell it for recycling. From this recycled plastic, new products are prepared after giving it a proper treatment. Are all types of plastics recyclable? There are 60,000 types of plastics available in the world as on today. There are only 6 from the 60,000 that we use regularly. We have seen that each of these 6 plastics is given a code. They are already we discussed that 6 codes. So recycling code. See, the Society of the Plastics Industry SPI introduced its voluntary resin identification coding system in 1988 to assist recycling programs. The SPI coding system offered a way to identify and sort the resin content of containers commonly found in the household waste stream. So plastic hold containers are marked with a number. So this is what this arrow. What does this arrow represent? This arrow represents recycling. Okay, children, this is about recycling. And what is the role of codes in recycling process? Each plastic is manufactured with a different process. During recycling process, if same codes are not sorted out separately, the whole lot meant for recycle will spoil the process. Therefore, it is essential to recycle the same codes in one lot. If you add a simple PET bottle in the lot of other plastics during recycling process, the entire lot will spoil, which is not used at all. Explained you that or not? This is about recycle. And the last one is recover. Supreme Court gave a judgment on ways and means of solid waste management and gave order to implement this in all the cities of India by 2003. In the solid waste garbage of municipalities, plastic occupies major share. The principle of recover plays major role in this solid waste management. The solid waste should be converted into resources such as electricity, heat, compost and fuel through thermal and biological means. Means converting this waste into energy resources. This is our 4R principle. Am I clear, children? This is our chapter, synthetic fibers and plastics. So you should read the entire chapter and highlight all the keywords. Okay, and any doubts you can ask me. Am I clear, children? Thank you.